Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the Unconventional Attorney, here to talk to you today about where I get my law firm content ideas. Before I get there though, I want to let you know this is the second take of this video. I never do second takes except when one thing happens. Sometimes when you're doing a Facebook Live video like this, at the end, if you move or like, I don't know what happens. Something in the universe, like some solar rays or something's come down, then it zooms all the way in on your face. And that happened to me this morning with this topic. So I'm like, nah, I don't want you guys looking like up my nose. I'm going to just take a couple minutes and just reshoot this video for you. So that's where we're at. Before we get going, if you like this content, if you want more of it, if you want to have some, real access to me, like direct, please come and join the inner circle. theunconventionalattorney.com/inner circle. There's all the stuff that I put on live and all the other stuff. Facebook group, weekly training. It's all fun. Go check it out. Okay, theunconventionalattorney.com/inner circle. But right now, we're going to talk about content. So a lot of people, I think, part of what I like to do with these videos and in life is eliminate reasons for you not to take action. And a lot of you know that you should be creating content like this. You know you should be writing blog posts, or you should be having a podcast, making videos. You really should be doing all of it. But you fall back on this excuse of, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know where to get any ideas. I'm not sure if my idea is a good one. I'm gonna actually, this is gonna be better than the first video. Because I'm gonna jump all the way to the end first. At the end of the day, when you're creating content, the philosophy that I would highly recommend that you adopt is more equals more, okay? You're not really looking to create that one piece of amazing content that goes viral and everybody knows about and everybody just loves and it gets shared around the world. You're not really looking for that because A, it's difficult, and B, with what we do, to try to find something that's going to be, passed around like that is tough. So instead, what you really want to do is be preeminent, be omnipresent, be everywhere. And the way that you do that is by just creating a lot of content and then getting it out to the world. So mediocre ideas for content are okay, right? The end goal for you when it comes to content creation should just be, is this content going to help someone? If the answer is yes, then make it, okay? Just hit the record button, do the thing, knock it out, and then move on to the next one tomorrow, right? I'm trying to do, I say try because I'm not doing it every day as consistently as I want, but I am working on making a piece of content every single day because, like I said, more equals more. Now, let's get to content ideas. I can tell you the number one source of my content ideas come from potential client meetings and client meetings, right? The things that I'm actually working on. The reason that is because in those meetings, people are just constantly asking me questions. And the questions that they are asking me, I know other people are asking. So it makes sense and it makes it easy for me to just cherry pick the unique questions or the new questions or the questions I hear all the time and just make those into pieces of content. If you are a fan of my law firm page, CMS Law Firm, if you go like the page or whatever, you can see my videos that I make over there. Yesterday I made a video that was really kind of niche and a very specific question, but I thought it was super interesting. It was about decedent's trusts and whether or not you can sort of sell back the assets from the decedent's trust to the survivor's trust for a note, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter, but it was kind of interesting. It was something I hadn't heard of before, and it was something I was curious about, and so I wanted to talk about it. And that is what I would encourage you to do. Write these things down. Somebody asks you a question that's interesting, write it down in your notebook, put it in your phone, make a note of it, and then what I try to do is record that episode as quickly as possible. If you've already recorded one for the day, I typically won't do 2 in a day, but you do definitely want to keep fresh in your mind sort of the story behind the piece of content, because that's what people really like. I also did, by the way, on Instagram, a story about how much I actually like doing will signings. A lot of attorneys hate doing will signings, but I kind of like them because the clients are in here, they're in a good mood, they're kind of happy, when they're done, they're sort of like this sense of relief and sense of excitement, right? And I wanted to talk about that. And so those are the kinds of things that you can talk about too when you have those cool moments with clients. Share those experiences. Obviously, you don't have to tell people's names. You don't have to, don't, whatever. You know the rules. So just work around the rules, okay? That's number one. The second thing that I do is I will go and just look like at Avo, Reddit. I will go look at forums, anything, any place that people are asking questions. That's what I care about. So I'll go to Avo and I'll just like click around for like 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll wait until I find an interesting question, and then I'll answer it. And the cool thing is when you do those things, you can say like, Fred from Boise asks blah blah blah, because Fred from Boise really did ask. He asked it, on Avo, but he did ask. You can also on Reddit, you'll find all kinds of weird threads and all kinds of weird people talking about stuff. That's a good place to sort of comment or opine on some of those ideas, some of those philosophies, and again, it just gives you something interesting to talk about. When you're doing one of these every day, it doesn't always have to be talking about what a will is or talking about what a divorce is. You can kind of get a little deeper. You can kind of get a little more tangential. You can kind of get a little more woo-woo if that's your thing. You can get more technical if you want to. Whatever you're into, that's what you should talk about, because that's what people are going to see. That's what's going to resonate with them, and that is what is going to like suck them into you, right? Which is the whole idea. So we've got those things. I've got sort of another tangential one, or maybe a third one is, I've got some accountants and financial planners that are peppering me with questions. That kind of rolls along with the client questions. But really, a third one, if I really am digging deep, sometimes I've just got nothing's striking my fancy. I will go and look at other law firms' websites, and a lot of places will have like a frequently asked questions on there. I'll just run through those, and sometimes that'll give me some inspiration. It'll give me an idea, something to talk about, so that we can make this content. At the end of the day, though, the goal, the idea, the point is to be creating valuable content, valuable things that people need, so that they can learn, so that they can get to know you, so that they can sort of feel the weight of the decision that they're making, and hopefully make the right one. A lot of what I say is, hey, look, I don't care if you get do an estate plan with me, but you need to do one. Like, it's important to me, and that I think resonates with people, and they like that. That makes them come in. So just remember, creating content is important. More equals more. Use client questions, potential client questions, Avo, Reddit, forums. Facebook can be interesting too. And then you just want to go and steal from other people's attorneys, frequently asked questions section if you want. All right. Hopefully this helped. That is it. If you like this, please hit the like button. If you share it, if you know somebody that needs to hear it, share it. If you want to be part of the inner circle, come and join us. If you want to go faster, hang out with cool other law firm owners. theunconventionalattorney.com/inner circle. Just come and check us out. Okay. It's cheap, especially compared to all these other groups out here. It's super, super cheap. The reason is because I want you to be able to get in no matter where you're at with your firm. I want you to be able to crush it, and I want you to stay. All right. I'm trying to create an environment where people want to hang out, and so hopefully that's happening for you. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time, and I will be here again tomorrow.